Nico, why don't you lead us off?
Brian, it's a new week. You got some guys back. What's training like today?
Good. It's not raining. Sun poked out. All about being competitive on the first day back, so it was good. Real good.
You get a couple of guys that weren't with the team, but they also, they got the national team training and experience, but they didn't get a lot of minutes. How could you use that to your advantage?
Well, is it an advantage or not? If they go somewhere and they train and train and train, they don't play, sometimes that can work as a disadvantage. We know they were well taken care of by their respective national teams. But, if they're not going to play, would have been better to be here with the group so we could work on some things, of course. But the fact of the matter is this club is a big club. It's a massive club, and we have national team players. And we have the ability to push players up to their national team in the case of your country. And so all of that, to me, is a good distraction. And when they come back, after having not played, they're usually chomping at the bit to get back out on the field. And that's usually internal by the players. They want to play, because every player just wants to play.
Brian, what were some of the things you wanted to accomplish this past week? What were kind of some of without giving away the game plan, and how did that process go this past week?
Well, the last 6 training days that we had, when some of the major pieces were gone, it was more about individual development, small groups, different specific areas to the field, and a lot of reminders. Just, hey, this is what we did good earlier in the year. This is how we started the year off in preseason, defending like this, and individual defending, and some of those things. And then today's training leading up into the game will be more about the group and how we do the tactics, and we had to reassess everybody that was here. We'll assess how they made it through training, and then we'll have to pick a lineup, and then we'll go over the lineup, then we'll go through the tactics. So still some steps to take.
You feel like you liked having this time to do all that stuff, or would you have rather just gone right into? I know the form wasn't where you wanted it at the end of the year, but so maybe this week was good.
We'll see. I mean, if we come out sharp and hungry, I'm going to say yes. It's worthwhile. If we come out flat and a little disjointed, then I'll say the break was terrible.
How's Nico?
Nico's good. He came out here, jogged around a little bit, so he's got to be on a very specific ramped up timeline. So, but he was out here.
Granda, Raúl, and you guys from JPO looked like they were pulling. Is that right?
I told you guys they were going to be in.
João Paulo was named the finalist for MVP the other day. Could you explain just how crucial he's been in his role for you guys this season?
What I would say is that, again, I'll start it. I think I answered this the other day. I apologize, Matt, you weren't around. But, what is MVP, most valuable player? A lot of times it's the goal scorers and, or goalkeeper, all of that. The guys that get paid big bucks. JP has been most valuable player to this team in all of the subtle, small, but important ways to this team. Now, his contributions to the, goal of the year category, goals and assists, 2 goals, assisted Jimmy Medranda, so you can use that. His defending this year has been very, very good. His ability to get the ball from here up to the attackers has been very, very good. So it just depends. Do you want the guy that scored the most goals in the league? Or do you want the guy that's actually most valuable to their specific team?
And Christian describes him as somebody who is comfortable playing a number of different ways and could fill a lot of different holes. Yeah. What kind of blessing is that as a coach, especially in a year where you're missing so many people?
It's kind of interesting that Christian would say that, because he's kind of the same. I mean, they're both very smart soccer players, and that always gives you, as a coach, it always gives you a, good feeling when you know that you have guys that can, take the ebbs and flows of the game and adjust. So, he's shown he can do that over the course of this season and even last season. So, it's all down to JP and who he is.
Brian, you told us last week that you were going to have your own assessment and MRI on Xavier Arreaga. Did you get those results? How is he doing?
Javi was not out here today for the entire warm-up or for the entire practice, but he was out here for the warm-up. We'll ramp him up more tomorrow and try and get him ready for Tuesday.
Any updates on
Nuhu, again, airline travel these days is not good, so the only reason why he's not here out on the field doing the warm-up is because his flight was delayed. He'll be out on the field tomorrow. You guys will get a medical update as soon as we figure out exactly when we see him. But he told me via WhatsApp that he's fine, 100% ready to go.
I know that you have some veteran guys, and you know that they know how important this game is. Is one, go home, but have you done anything differently with this new concept of just one game, you know, for this playoff run, in terms of talking to the guys, knowing that it's just going to be a different type of nothing?
I mean, Nico, we treat every game like a final. I know it's hard to say that a game on March 3rd at the beginning of the year is the same as this playoff game. I get it. But the messaging from us is the same. Every game is important. Every competition is important. Yes, each game has little nuances. There might be a little extra pressure in this game. We can talk about that. But as far as the messaging is concerned, as far as what those guys believe, they believe that they can win every game.
Any other questions? All right. Thank you, guys.
Good. Thank you.
Coach.